Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Dr. English Channel. I'm David.
And I'm Anna. Thanks so much for joining us today. We've got a really cozy topic, something personal, warm, and easy to connect with. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe our channel for more videos about the easy ways to learn English from beginner.
That's right. Today we're going to talk about our homes. What kind of homes we live in, what makes a home special, and how different people feel about the place they live.
Yes, I think home is one of those things everyone can talk about. Whether it's big or small, noisy or quiet, every home has a story.
Totally. So let's start simple. Anna, how would you describe your home?
Hmm, good question. Well, my home is a small apartment in the city. It's not huge, but it's very comfortable for me. I live on the fourth floor of a building with a nice view of the park. Every morning, I open the window and I can see people jogging, walking their dogs, and kids playing.
That sounds nice. Do you live alone?
Yes, I do. But it doesn't feel lonely because I've decorated the place to feel really warm. I have plants everywhere. Maybe too many.
Laughs. There's no such thing as too many plants. They make a home feel alive.
Exactly. I think having green around helps me relax after a long day. What about you, David? What's your home like?
Mine's a little different. I live in a small house on the edge of town. It's got 2 bedrooms, a little garden, and a lot of sunlight in the morning. I live with my wife and our cat, so it's always lively.
Oh, that sounds perfect. Do you enjoy gardening?
Yeah, actually. It started as a hobby during lockdown. Now I grow some herbs and vegetables, tomatoes, basil, mint, stuff like that.
Wow, that's awesome. There's something really peaceful about growing your own plants.
Definitely. It's like therapy, you know? And I think when you spend time taking care of your home, it becomes more meaningful.
I agree. It's funny how our homes reflect who we are. For example, my living room has books everywhere. That says a lot about me. I love reading.
Laughs. I can relate. My living room has more tech gadgets than I need. Speakers, lights, smart plugs. My wife says it's like living inside a robot.
That's so you, David. You love your gadgets.
Guilty as charged, but it makes life easier. I can turn on the lights with my voice or play music from any room.
That's cool. My home is more old fashioned, I guess. I like simple things wooden furniture, warm lighting, cozy blankets.
Sounds like the kind of place where people want to stay for tea and good conversation.
Exactly. I want it to feel like a hug when you walk in.
That's such a nice way to describe it. A hug when you walk in. So let's go a bit deeper. When you think of home, do you think more about your current place or your childhood home?
Ooh, that's interesting. I think both. My childhood home will always have a special place in my heart. It was a small house with a big garden. My mom used to bake on weekends, so the whole house smelled like bread and cookies.
Oh, that's such a comforting image.
Yeah, whenever I smell something baking now, it instantly takes me back.
Smells are powerful like that. For me, it's coffee. My dad used to make coffee every morning, and the sound of the coffee machine reminds me of home.
So, home isn't just a place, it's also feelings, smells, sounds.
Exactly. Even the little things like the sound of rain hitting the roof or the creak of a wooden floor.
Or the laughter of your family during dinner.
Totally. You know, I've lived in a few different houses over the years, but home is really where you feel safe and loved.
I love that. Home is not just walls and furniture, it's people and memories.
You've traveled a lot, Anna. How do homes differ around the world?
Oh, so much. In Japan, for example, homes are small but very organized. Everything has a place. In Europe, you see older buildings with character and charm. And in tropical countries, homes are open and airy with lots of natural light.
Yeah, and it's interesting how climate affects design. In hot countries, people want airflow. In cold ones, they want insulation and warmth.
Exactly. And in some cultures, people take off their shoes before entering the home, while in others, that's not common at all.
Right. In my house, no shoes inside. It keeps things cleaner.
Same here. Plus, it feels more relaxing.
Let's talk about something a little emotional. Have you ever lived somewhere that didn't feel like home?
Oh, yes. When I first moved to the city for work, I rented a small apartment that was very cold and empty. I didn't decorate, I barely unpacked, and I didn't invite anyone over. It felt temporary, like a hotel room.
I know what you mean. When I lived abroad for a while, it took months before my apartment started feeling like mine. Once I put up photos and cooked my favorite meal, everything changed.
Exactly. I think making a home is a process. It takes time and love.
True. And the funny thing is, sometimes home isn't where you live, it's who you're with.
I love that line. Home is people. So, let's dream a bit. What does your dream home look like?
Hmm. Okay. My dream home would be a small house by the sea. I'd have big windows to let the sunlight in, a bookshelf covering one wall, and a small garden full of flowers.
That sounds peaceful. And yours?
Mine would be a cabin in the mountains, wooden walls, a fireplace, and a big desk by the window where I could write or record podcasts.
That's so you. Simple, quiet, close to nature.
Laughs. Yeah, and strong Wi Fi, of course.
Of course. What do you think makes a house feel like a home?
Personal touches, photos, decorations, favorite colors, and warmth. Not just temperature, but emotional warmth.
I'd add smells too. When you cook something you love, it fills the space with personality.
Yes, and music too. I always have soft music playing when I'm home.
Music really sets the mood. My wife loves jazz, so our weekends usually sound like a cafe.
That's wonderful. For me, it's acoustic guitar or piano.
You live alone, right? Do you like it that way?
Yes, I do. I love the peace. I can read, write, cook, or even dance in the living room without anyone judging me.
That's the dream. But sometimes it gets quiet. I miss having someone to share meals with.
Yeah, balance is important. I like living with family. It's noisy sometimes, but it's full of life.
Exactly. Both have pros and cons.
So, what's the one thing you'd tell listeners about home?
I'd say home isn't about how big it is, it's about how it feels.
Beautiful. And I'd add, take care of your space, and it will take care of you.
I love that. Thanks for sharing your story, Anna.
Thank you too, David. I think today's talk really reminded me how grateful I am for my little place.
Me too. And to our listeners, wherever you live, make it yours. Make it a place you love coming back to.
Exactly. Until next time, take care and keep learning.
Bye, everyone.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Dr. English Channel with me, Anna.
And I'm David. Today's episode is a cozy one. We're taking you right into one of the most relaxing places to practice English, the cafe. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe our channel. It helps us a lot.
That's right. Cafes are everywhere, and they're such perfect spots to use English in real life. You might go there to order a drink, meet a friend, or even just relax with your laptop.
And the cool thing is, cafe conversations in English are full of everyday expressions, from greetings to small talk, and even polite requests. So today, we'll explore all of that naturally, just like you're sitting right here with us at a cafe.
Exactly. So, David, imagine this. We've just walked into a cafe on a sunny Saturday morning. The smell of coffee fills the air, there's quiet music playing in the background, and we're ready to order.
I can almost taste the cappuccino already. Okay, so let's start our cafe scene.
Hi there, good morning. Could I have an iced latte, please?
Sure. And I'll have a cappuccino with oat milk, please. Oh, and maybe a chocolate croissant, too.
You and your pastries.
Hey, you can't go to a cafe without getting something sweet. It's the rule.
I guess you're right. So while we wait, let's talk about how people usually order in English. You notice how polite requests are key, right?
Totally. Instead of saying, give me a coffee, we say, could I have or can I get? It's friendlier, more natural.
Yes, it's small differences like that that make your English sound confident and polite.
And then, of course, after you order, it's nice to say, thank you, or thanks so much.
Or even, thanks, have a great day. That little friendliness goes a long way. I think cafe culture is such a good place to learn small talk, too. Like, while waiting for your order, you can say something like, it's such a nice day, or this place smells amazing.
Exactly. That kind of light conversation helps you connect. Okay, our drinks are ready. Let's find a table.
Wow, it's a bit crowded today. Do you want to sit by the window or near the bookshelf?
Definitely by the window. I love the sunlight. And I can people watch while we chat.
Same here. You can tell a lot about people by the way they enjoy their coffee. Some look so serious, like they're solving world problems.
True. And others just sit there smiling at their phone. Okay, so we're sitting down, sipping our coffee. What do people usually talk about in a cafe?
Anything. Work, life, dreams, or just catching up. Cafes have that slow down and talk vibe.
I agree. For learners of English, it's a great place to practice speaking because it's casual, no pressure.
Exactly. You can start a simple chat. For example, if you're meeting a friend, you might say, so, how have you been? Or, what's new with you?
That's one of my favorite openers. It's relaxed and friendly.
Right. And if it's someone you don't know that well, like a coworker or a classmate, you could say, "Do you come here often?" Or, "I love the coffee here, don't you?"
Yes, that's a good conversation starter. Not too personal, just friendly.
So, David, how's your week been?
Busy, honestly. I've been working on some projects and trying to stay focused, but coming to a cafe helps me slow down. What about you?
Same. I had a few long meetings, so I've been escaping to cafes just to get some quiet time. It helps me think better.
There's something about the sound of coffee machines and quiet chatter that's comforting, right?
Totally. And it's a great place to reflect or even to write, read, or plan.
That's actually a good topic. Let's say someone wants to talk about their life goals in English while sitting at a cafe. How might that sound?
Something like, "I've been thinking a lot about my future lately," or, "I really want to focus on improving my career."
Yes, that's natural. And your friend could respond with empathy, like, I understand, or that makes sense.
Exactly. The cafe setting makes those kinds of talks feel easy and natural.
Okay, now imagine we're meeting an old friend at the cafe.
Like me and you right now.
Fair point, but let's role play.
All right. "Hey, Jack, it's been forever. How have you been?"
Hey, Anna. I know, it's been ages. I've been good, just busy with work. You?
Same here. It feels so good to catch up. Do you still come to this cafe often?
Yeah, every weekend. They have the best cappuccino in town.
You and your cappuccino obsession.
Guilty. But honestly, I love the atmosphere here.
It's the perfect place to unwind.
Exactly. So, what have you been up to lately?
I've been traveling a bit and working on some personal projects. You know, the usual.
Sounds fun. See, this is how natural cafe conversations flow.
Right. It's just easy, friendly, and spontaneous.
One more thing I think is important to practice: polite cafe interactions.
Yes, like when you need something extra, such as sugar or napkins.
Exactly. You might say, "Excuse me, could I get some sugar, please?" Or, "Can I have a napkin?"
And don't forget the magic words, "please" and "thank you."
Always. It shows respect and good manners.
And if you need to ask the staff a question, like, "Do you have non-dairy milk?" or "Is there Wi-Fi here?" keep your tone polite.
Yes, you don't need complicated grammar, just clear, simple questions.
You know what I love about cafes? Each one has a different personality.
That's true. Some are quiet and cozy, others are modern and busy.
Exactly. And that's a great way to practice describing places in English.
Right, like, this cafe is really cozy, or I love the atmosphere here.
Or the music is soft and relaxing, or the lighting is warm.
Perfect. Descriptive sentences like that make your English sound alive.
And they're easy to use in daily life too, like when you post a photo on social media and want to write a short caption.
True, like Sunday vibes at my favorite cafe.
Exactly.
Cafes are also great places for deeper talks, don't you think?
Definitely. It's where people open up about dreams, relationships, or even worries.
Right. You can say things like, lately, I've been feeling, or I've been thinking about.
Yes, that's how you express yourself naturally.
For example, I've been thinking about moving to another city, or I've been feeling a bit stressed about work.
Exactly. And your friend could respond with empathy, like, I understand, or that makes sense.
Cafe conversations are perfect for emotional expression. Calm, real, and warm.
Wow, time flies when you're chatting in a cafe.
It really does. Before we go, what do we usually say when wrapping up a cafe conversation?
You could say, "It was great catching up," or "Let's do this again soon."
Or, thanks for the coffee. Or, next time it's on me.
Yes, those little ending phrases make your conversations sound complete.
And polite. It's about connecting naturally.
Exactly.
So, to everyone listening, if you want to improve your English, go to a cafe.
Yes, order a drink, chat with a friend, or even listen to people around you. You'll pick up real-life English in the most natural way.
It's all about practice and confidence.
Well said, David.
Thanks, Anna. And thanks to our listeners for joining us for this cozy, coffee-filled episode.
We hope next time you're at a cafe, you'll remember some of these expressions.
Until next time, stay relaxed, stay curious, and keep practicing your English every day.
See you soon, everyone.
Bye.
Hey everyone! Welcome back to Dr. English Channel with David and Anna. Today's episode is something very special. It's called Speak English Without Fear. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe our channel. It helps us a lot.
Yes, this is such an important topic. So many learners tell us they understand English, they can read and listen well, but when it's time to speak, they freeze.
Exactly. That nervous moment when your brain just shuts down and your mouth forgets what to say, we've all been there. Even native speakers feel it sometimes when speaking in another language.
Totally. I remember when I was learning French, I could read books and understand movies, but when I had to actually speak, I panicked. My heart would race, my voice would shake, and I would think, what if I make a mistake?
Yeah, fear of speaking English is so common. But the truth is, that fear can be overcome. And today, we're going to talk deeply about how to do that, why it happens, and what practical things you can do every day to speak confidently and naturally.
Let's start with this question, David. Why are people afraid to speak English?
Good one. I think the biggest reason is fear of judgment. Learners worry that others will laugh at their pronunciation, grammar, or accent.
Yes, exactly. It's that voice inside that says, what if I sound stupid? But what people forget is everyone who learns a new language sounds different at first. That's totally normal.
Absolutely. I always tell my students, you can't speak perfectly before you start speaking. It's like trying to learn how to swim without getting into the water.
That's a great analogy. Fear often comes from perfectionism. People want to speak like a native right away. But confidence doesn't come from being perfect. It comes from practice and acceptance.
Right. So, step one to speaking English without fear is understanding that mistakes are part of the process. Every time you make a mistake, your brain learns something new.
Yes, and actually, when you make mistakes, it shows you're trying. It means you're using English in real life, and that's how you grow.
So, once you accept mistakes, the next step is changing your mindset.
Exactly. You have to move from I'm afraid to make mistakes to I'm excited to learn through mistakes. That shift changes everything.
Let's talk about self-talk, that little voice inside your head. If it keeps saying, I can't do this, or my English is bad, it becomes your reality.
Totally. Positive self talk is powerful.
Start saying, I'm improving every day. My English is getting better. I can communicate. Even if you don't fully believe it yet, say it anyway.
That's right. Confidence grows from repetition, not from waiting until you're ready.
Yes. And remember, confidence isn't the absence of fear, it's doing it despite the fear.
So true. I remember a student of mine, Rina, from Indonesia. She used to avoid speaking in class. One day she said, I'm too scared to talk. I told her, then let's start small. Say just one sentence. And she did. Slowly, week by week, she started speaking more. 6 months later, she was leading group discussions.
Wow, that's amazing. That's what happens when you take small, consistent steps. You don't need to jump into a speech, you just need to start speaking.
Now, let's go deeper into something very human, being judged.
Yes, people fear that others will laugh or correct them, but honestly, most people don't care as much as you think.
Exactly. When you speak English, people are usually focused on understanding your message, not on judging your grammar.
Right. I've spoken to people whose grammar wasn't perfect, but they spoke with confidence and clarity. And you know what? That's what people remember, the energy, not the errors.
That's so true. Think about it. If you meet someone learning your native language, you don't laugh when they make a small mistake. You appreciate their effort.
Yes, exactly. So imagine that others feel the same about you when you speak English.
So here's something practical. When you catch yourself worrying about what others think, stop and ask, what's the worst that could happen? Usually, it's nothing serious.
Yes, you might make a small grammar mistake. Maybe someone corrects you. Maybe no one even notices. But you still spoke. And that's a win.
Okay, let's talk about how to actually build confidence in speaking. What are some daily habits learners can use?
Great question. I'd say start with speaking to yourself.
Ah, yes, mirror talk.
Exactly. Talk to yourself in English when you're getting ready in the morning. Describe what you're doing. I'm brushing my hair. I'm making coffee. I'm going to work. It trains your mouth to speak English naturally.
I love that. It helps you think in English too. And no pressure. No one's judging you in the mirror.
Exactly. Then move to voice recording. Record your voice and listen back. At first, you might hate how you sound, but keep going. Over time, you'll notice your pronunciation improving.
Yes, and you'll also hear your progress. That's super motivating.
Another idea, find a conversation partner online or in person. Don't aim for perfect grammar, just focus on communication.
Right. The goal isn't to speak correctly, but to speak comfortably.
Yes, and the more you speak, the easier it becomes.
Let's flip fear around for a second. What if fear can actually motivate you?
Ooh, I like that. Fear means you care. It means English matters to you. So instead of running away from it, use that energy to improve.
Yes. Every time you feel nervous before speaking, tell yourself, this is excitement, not fear.
Exactly. The same physical feeling, racing heart, sweaty hands, can mean fear or excitement. It depends on how you label it.
That's so true. So, next time you feel scared before speaking English, smile and say, I'm excited to grow.
That's such a beautiful mindset shift.
Let's make this super practical. What can learners do in real life situations, like meeting foreigners, interviews or phone calls?
Okay, first, breathe. Slow breathing calms your nerves.
Yes. And second, smile. Smiling relaxes your facial muscles and helps your voice sound warm and confident.
Third, pause. Don't rush. Native speakers pause all the time. A short silence shows confidence.
Exactly. And here's something people forget. Use simple sentences. You don't need fancy vocabulary to sound smart.
Yes, say things like, I think so. I agree. That's interesting. Simple but natural.
And remember, confidence doesn't come before action. It comes after you speak and realize, hey, I survived. That wasn't so bad.
Yes, every conversation builds your confidence muscle.
Let's talk about the people around you, because your environment affects your confidence a lot.
Yes, if you're surrounded by people who laugh or criticize your English, it's hard to feel confident.
That's why you should find supportive people, maybe a study group, online community, or teacher who encourages you.
Exactly. Choose people who correct you kindly and motivate you, not those who make you feel small.
Right. And don't compare yourself to others. Everyone learns at a different pace.
Yes, someone might speak more fluently, but maybe you understand grammar better. Everyone has their strengths.
I love that. Focus on your own journey. You're not in a race, you're in progress.
Okay, let's give our listeners a small challenge.
Ooh, yes. Something they can try this week.
Here it is. Speak English for 10 minutes a day, out loud. You can talk to yourself, record a short story, or chat with a friend.
Yes, and don't worry about mistakes. Just speak. After 7 days, you'll already feel more confident.
Exactly. The key is consistency, not perfection.
Before we wrap up, I want to say something to everyone listening.
Go ahead, David.
If you're afraid to speak English, that's okay. It means you care. But remember, confidence doesn't magically appear one day. It grows with action. Every time you speak, you're teaching your brain that it's safe.
Beautifully said, David. And here's my message. English isn't just about words or grammar. It's about connection. It's about expressing yourself and sharing your ideas with the world.
Yes, so don't wait until you're perfect to speak. Speak now. Speak with mistakes, with an accent, with courage.
Because your voice matters. Your story matters. And English is just a tool to share it.
Exactly.
So, everyone listening, from today on, promise yourself one thing. I will speak English without fear.
Yes, make that your daily mantra.
All right, that's it for today's episode.
Thank you for listening to Dr. English Channel with David and Anna. If you enjoyed this episode, share it with a friend who needs some confidence too.
And remember, the more you speak, the stronger your confidence becomes.
See you in the next episode. Bye, everyone, and speak English without fear.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Dr. English Channel. I'm David.
And I'm Anna. Thanks for tuning in. Today, we're talking about something that can truly change your life, being positive every day. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe our channel. It helps us a lot.
Yes, the title says it all. Positive every day. It's not about ignoring problems or pretending everything is perfect. It's about choosing the right attitude no matter what happens.
Exactly. We all have challenges, stress, and bad days. But having a positive mindset every day can completely change how we experience life.
You know, Anna, I used to think positivity was just a personality trait, like some people are born cheerful and others aren't. But over the years, I realized it's actually a skill.
Totally. I love that you said that. Positivity isn't something you're born with, it's something you build, like a muscle. You can train your mind to look for good things instead of focusing on the bad.
Right, and that's exactly what we're going to explore today. How to be positive every single day, even when life gets tough.
Let's start with this. What does being positive actually mean to you, David?
Good question. For me, being positive doesn't mean pretending problems don't exist. It means facing them with a calm, hopeful attitude. It's saying, okay, this is difficult, but I can handle it.
I love that. I think people misunderstand positivity sometimes. They think it's about smiling all the time or being fake happy.
Exactly. That's not real positivity. That's denial.
Real positivity means accepting reality but focusing on what you can control.
Right. Like when things go wrong, you ask yourself, what can I learn from this instead of why me?
Yes, it's a shift from victim mode to growth mode.
That's powerful. And you know, small mental shifts like that can completely change your day.
Let's talk about daily positivity because sometimes people think being positive means making big life changes, but really, it's about small things.
Exactly. It's about the little moments, like being grateful for your morning coffee, smiling at a stranger, or saying something kind to yourself.
Yes, those tiny moments build emotional strength over time. It's like drops of water filling a bucket.
That's a nice image. And when your positivity bucket is full, it's easier to handle the harder stuff.
So true. I always say that daily positivity isn't about ignoring negative emotions, it's about balancing them.
Totally. I try to do one small positive thing every morning, even if it's just stretching, taking a walk, or writing something good about the day before.
I do something similar. I write 3 things I'm grateful for before checking my phone.
That's great. Gratitude is a game changer.
It really is. You can't be angry or sad and grateful at the same time. They don't mix.
Exactly. Gratitude flips your focus from what's missing to what's already good.
I think the morning sets the tone for your whole day.
Absolutely. If you start the morning in a rush, angry, or stressed, that energy follows you.
Yes. But if you start with a few minutes of calm or reflection, your whole day feels lighter.
What's your morning routine like, Anna?
It's pretty simple. I wake up, open my window, and take a few deep breaths. I remind myself of one thing I'm looking forward to that day.
That's beautiful. I do something similar. I sit quietly for a few minutes and think about what kind of person I want to be today. Not what I want to do, but who I want to be.
Oh, I love that. Focusing on your attitude, not just your tasks.
Exactly. Because how you approach the day often matters more than what actually happens.
Yes, if you face the day with intention, kindness, patience, gratitude, you naturally attract more positive experiences.
Okay, let's be real. No one can be positive all the time.
Oh, definitely. There are days when you wake up in a bad mood, when everything goes wrong. That's life.
So, what do you do on those days?
Honestly, I try not to fight the negative feeling. I let myself feel it, but I don't feed it.
That's key. Don't feed it.
Exactly. I ask myself, is this emotion helping me? If not, I look for small ways to shift it.
Like what?
I might go for a walk, listen to music, or call a friend who lifts me up. Sometimes even washing the dishes helps.
That's true. I've had moments where cleaning my desk instantly changes my mood.
It's not about escaping negativity. It's about reminding yourself that it won't last forever.
Right. Everything is temporary, even bad moods.
And sometimes just saying to yourself, this is hard, but I'll be okay, is enough.
That's such a gentle, healthy way to handle emotions.
Another thing that affects daily positivity is the people you surround yourself with.
Yes, your environment shapes your energy.
Totally. If you're always around negative people, you start to absorb that energy.
That's so true. It's like emotional weather. If you stay around storms, you'll get wet. I love that, emotional weather. But seriously, I've learned to set boundaries with people who constantly complain or criticize.
Same here. It's not about cutting people off, it's about protecting your peace.
Exactly. You can be kind, but you don't have to let negativity control your space.
And when you hang out with positive people, even just one friend, it changes your whole vibe.
Totally. Positivity is contagious.
It really is. And the more you share it, the more it multiplies.
Let's talk about another big one. How we talk to ourselves.
Oh, yes. Self-talk is everything.
So many people say things to themselves they'd never say to a friend.
Right. Like, I'm so stupid, or I'll never get this right. Imagine saying that to someone you love. You'd never do it.
Exactly, but we do it to ourselves all the time.
The way you talk to yourself shapes your reality. If you constantly tell yourself negative things, your brain starts believing them.
Yes, words are powerful. I try to be aware of my internal dialogue and ask, would I say this to someone I care about?
That's a great rule. I also use positive affirmations, but I keep them real.
What do you mean by real?
I don't say, I'm perfect, or everything is amazing. I see things like, I'm learning, or I can handle this.
That's authentic positivity, not fake optimism, but empowering truth.
Exactly. It's about speaking to yourself with kindness.
Another area where positivity really helps is stress.
Oh, for sure. Life is full of stress. Work, family, money, health. But how we respond makes all the difference.
Totally. I used to let small things ruin my day. Traffic, late emails, small mistakes.
Same. But then you realize you can't control those things, only your reaction.
Yes. Now, when something stressful happens, I take a breath and ask, will this matter in a week?
That's a great question. Most of the time, the answer is no.
Exactly. So why waste the energy?
I also remind myself that stress is not always bad. It can be a sign that you care, that you're trying.
That's true. A little stress can motivate you, as long as it doesn't control you.
Balance is key.
Totally.
I think gratitude deserves its own spotlight in this conversation.
Absolutely. Gratitude is the foundation of positivity.
It's such a simple practice, but it's life-changing. Just saying thank you, even silently, can shift your energy instantly.
Yes, I started writing one sentence of gratitude every night before bed. It made me realize how many good things happen in a day that I usually ignore.
That's beautiful. Gratitude helps you see abundance instead of lack.
Exactly. It reminds you that even on bad days, there's still something to be thankful for. Your health, a friend, a meal, a smile.
And the more you focus on what's good, the more good things you start to notice.
That's the magic of it.
Let's talk about taking action, because positivity isn't just thinking happy thoughts, it's doing something with that energy.
Exactly. Positive thinking without action is just wishful thinking.
Right. Real positivity means taking small, consistent actions that make your life better.
Yes, like helping someone, exercising, learning something new, or saying kind words.
Even smiling at someone counts.
Definitely. You never know how much a small act of kindness can change someone's day.
I love that. Being positive is not just for you, it's something you give to others too.
Yes, positivity is a gift. When you're positive, you lift up everyone around you.
And that energy always comes back to you.
So, how do we make positivity a habit?
Repetition. You do it every day until it becomes automatic.
Right, it's like brushing your teeth. You don't think about it, you just do it.
Exactly. You can train your brain to notice good things first instead of bad ones.
Yes, it's like rewiring your mind. Every time you choose gratitude, kindness, or patience, you strengthen that mental pathway.
And eventually, positivity becomes your default setting.
That's when life starts to feel lighter, even when it's not perfect.
So true.
Can I share something personal?
Of course.
There was a time in my life when I was always negative. I complained a lot, compared myself to others, and focused on what I didn't have.
I think we've all been there.
Yeah, but one day I realized that being negative didn't change anything. It only made me miserable. So I started writing one positive thing each day, and that simple habit changed everything.
That's so powerful.
Now, I'm not happy every minute, but I'm more peaceful. And that's what I think positivity really is. Peace, not perfection.
I love that definition. Peace, not perfection. So if someone's listening right now and thinking, I want to be more positive, but I don't know where to start, what would you say?
I'd say start small. Choose one thing every day to be thankful for, one thing to smile about, and one kind thing to do.
That's beautiful.
It doesn't matter how small it is. What matters is consistency.
I'd add this. Don't pressure yourself to be positive all the time. Just be aware. Catch yourself when negativity shows up and gently guide your thoughts somewhere better.
Perfectly said. Positivity isn't about pretending, it's about perspective.
Yes, and remember, every day is a new chance to start again.
Exactly. So even if yesterday was hard, today can still be good.
I think that's the message we want to leave our listeners with. Choose positivity every single day in small ways.
Right? Because small steps lead to big changes. And positivity isn't just something you feel, it's something you practice.
Yes, practice being positive every day, and your whole life will start to reflect it.
Beautifully said. Well, that's all for today's episode, everyone.
We hope this conversation inspires you to find your own little moments of positivity each day.
Thanks for listening. Stay kind, stay grateful, and stay positive.
See you next time on Dr. English Channel.
Bye, everyone.
Bye!